Today, we'll be talking about a girl named Amanda Matter. Now, this is what happened to Amanda Matter. I'll tell you who she is in just a moment. Now, Amanda Matter is a woman who has been making online content about the royal family for almost a year. In January 2022, she spoke out against the targeted, often racially motivated harassment that is launched at Meghan Markle. She was then herself targeted by multiple Twitter accounts who spend much of their own time launching hate at the Duchess of Sussex. Now, in the wake of this targeted harassment, the organization for which she worked with and her decided to part ways. She's planning to spend more of her time focusing on creating content as she searches for a new job and healthcare. So she said that anything that can be chipped in to help her pay her bills in the meantime was much appreciated. Now, Amanda Matter was targeted by racist trolls. And it's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. As of right now, she's managed to make about 9,580 from 289 donors. She's made $9,580. She started a GoFundMe page to help Matta cover her living expenses after racist trolls, the same ones that target Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, decided to go after her. These people are very, very dangerous. Very dangerous. Make no mistake whatsoever about that. They are very, very dangerous people. This group that is predominantly composed of middle-aged Caucasian women located in the UK, US, and Australia. Members of this group used derogatory terms when referring to Meghan Markle and her black supporters. Several members of the group often created derogatory names and memes to share outside of the group on Twitter and Instagram. The group will be the catalyst of a coordinated and sustained smear campaign targeting Meghan and Harry, spanning multiple social media platforms. Now, these people started in 2019. Yankee Wally, Marky Meg, and according to Taz, began creating low-quality YouTube videos targeting Meghan and Harry. The trio created hate-filled and mostly inaccurate videos to monetize conspiracy theories about Meghan and Harry. The three YouTube channels had a combined 70 million plus views and an estimated $494,000 in total YouTube earnings. The trio also coordinated their efforts on Twitter, cultivating a following by disseminating conspiracy theories and disinformation about Meghan and Harry that were concocted in the MeWe group. Their efforts allowed them to interact with journalists and so-called carnival of so-called experts who then, in some circumstances, amplified the falsehoods. The women leveraged their Twitter popularity to funnel their followers to their YouTube channels, where they would discuss the conspiracy theories they helped manufacture. They did not limit the coordination to the MeWe group. The trio also used a private WhatsApp group chat to strategize and discuss tactics that they would employ on Twitter and other social media platforms. The trio's popularity grew among anti-Meghan hate accounts. In one instance, Marky Meg used her popularity to amplify a conspiracy theory she helped manufacture, which in turn a royal expert ultimately then repeated on TV. Twitter eventually verified Marky, giving her considerably more legitimacy. And after a while, she was suspended. And then she created another account. They never ever stop. Now they went after this woman, Amanda. They went after and called her bosses, and they've even tried to sabotage her GoFundMe page by calling their racist supporters to try and help them take down her GoFundMe page. And this is indeed fraudulent activity from all of them. And the fact that these people have been able to do what they have done up to now is completely wrong. They've tried to go after Amanda's GoFundMe. And these people are not good people. They are racists. And what they've done is completely wrong. Something needs to happen. Something needs to be happen. They need to be deplatformed for what they have done to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and what they've done to Amanda. To them, they want to target Meghan in peace without any single person calling them out on their practices, on their racism. And they went after Amanda today. Now, I remember Meghan's statement once where she said that today it's me, but tomorrow it could be you, when she won her case against the Daily Fail for breaching her privacy and copyright. She said that today it's me, but tomorrow it could be you. This is what these racist hate accounts have done to Meghan, and it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Okay, it's just wrong. For simply speaking the truth, Amanda was targeted by this racist troll and she lost her job for simply speaking the truth. Facts acquired based on a report from Christopher Bowsey's Boat Sentinel report showing the targeted harassment that Meghan faces from these YouTube channels, Marky, according to Taz, Yankee Wally, who can't hide their racism towards Meghan. They cannot. It's almost as if they're begging to be deplatformed, but they know it won't happen. It won't happen because most social media companies value profit, put profit first about more than the welfare or the well-being of another human being. And it's a sad, sad state of affairs that make me really, really sad. It makes me really sad, to be honest with you, as a human being. As a human being, it makes me sad. It's really very sad. Very sad. And one thing that I also want to talk about is the fact that these people, they get away with so much. They get away with so much racism, so much abuse towards Meghan. And the fact that they make a profit while doing it is just wrong. It's just wrong. No one should ever profit from another woman's misery. No one should ever, ever have to do that. Now, that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm thankful for members of the Sussex Squad for being able to donate up to $9,580 to Amanda. That shows who we are. We are good. We are good, and we will continue to advocate for good. For good. We shall spread love for Meghan and also fight injustices. And when one of us is down because a racist hate account targeted them for speaking the truth, we shall be there to support them as we have for Amanda. Amanda's GoFundMe page has now $9,580 has been donated to now. I just wanted to report on that today. Hate accounts came after her, but the squad was there for her. And I'm thankful. I love the squad. I love the squad because whenever I see things like this, what happened to Amanda made me sad. But what the squad did for Amanda after what these racist people targeted her for simply speaking the truth of the harassment that Meghan undergoes, and these racist hate accounts that make hundreds of thousands of dollars profiting from another woman's pain. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Some have bought houses. It needs to end. I'm thankful for what the squad did for Amanda. I'm so, so thankful. We are the squad. We are the voice of love. We spread love and positivity and call out injustices. And we help when one of us has been targeted. We help out as we have for Amanda. She's now received up to $9,580 in a GoFundMe page. And we continue supporting Amanda and Meghan as well. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the fact that this sense of tabloids and so-called carnival of so-called experts always blaming Meghan for everything. Okay? Always blaming Meghan for everything. Harry wants to go back to the UK, but he wants security to be provided for his family whenever he is in the UK, as the UK is his home. I mean, we all want to go and see our homes, right? And that's perfectly fine. But then what sickens me is the fact that this carnival of so-called experts always target Meghan in everything. They always seem to constantly target Meghan. When Meghan is quiet, Meghan hasn't been seen since the picture of her being taken alongside her husband, Prince Harry, and her two children, Archie and Lilibet, last year. She's not been seen. But do you know what they're currently saying? That they're complaining that Meghan hasn't been seen for a long time. They're complaining that she hasn't been seen since they took their picture with their son Archie and baby Lilibet Diana. Do you see the madness that we have to fight every single day? When they see Meghan, they complain. When they don't see Meghan, they complain. When Harry and Meghan received taxpayer-funded security, they complained while Harry and Meghan were still senior royals working in the royal family. Now, when Harry and Meghan said, we want to pay for our own security, even now, they are still complaining. They will be outraged in everything that Harry and Meghan do and don't do. Anything. And this is the madness that we have to keep on fighting every single time. But why is it that it was a story basically about, they're saying that Prince Harry wants to come back to the fold. Let me tell you something. That's what abusers want the most. The most. Let me talk about this subject for a while. They say that Harry wants to come back to the fold because, oh, look, Prince Charles leaked a conversation that perhaps he might have had with Prince Harry. We've had reports that Prince Charles wants Prince Harry to stay at Clarence House. But we know what's going to happen, right? The leaks. What are the Sussexes doing? Sources close to the Sussexes. That's going to obviously begin. And we don't want them to accuse Meghan of anything because we both know that's going to happen. That's what they're plotting against Meghan. That's basically, they want to take Meghan down. And it's been a 5-year never-ending smear campaign that seems that it's truly like not showing any signs of ending. A 5-year non-stop smear campaign. Now, what I have to say about this is basically this. When you flee a toxic environment, let's say you're in a toxic relationship, for instance, whereby you're suffering from domestic violence, the environment that you're in, the people your family works with, like to abuse you so much. And you say, okay, I'm leaving. I don't want this anymore. I don't want to put up with this bullying. I deserve better. I used to live a good life long before I came here. I used to make my own money. I came here. All I get is abuse every single day. Then they blame you for leaving, for their actions, for their abuse towards you. They blame you. And then you leave for your mental health, okay? And then your husband wants to come back, and because it's his home, he has a right to visit his home. I mean, his mother is buried in the UK, so obviously he might even want to visit his mother's grave. But before that happens, he wants security, and he wants to pay for his own security. But what do? Oh, look, Harry wants to rejoin the fold. Harry wants to come back into the fold, into the royal family, into the farm. Let's dissect that bit of information, shall we? First of all, UK tabloids know nothing about Prince Harry. Prince Harry and Meghan have a zero engagement policy with UK tabloids. So UK tabloids don't even know what they're talking about. They're just doing it for clicks. And first of all, when you flee a toxic environment, the people who abuse you will tell you this. Hey, you don't know what you're missing, right? You don't know what you're missing. We abused you. Why? They even told Meghan, I remember them telling Meghan, like, we gave you a beautiful wedding. We gave you a beautiful wedding, says the person who said Meghan should go back to America. That person who said on national TV, we gave you a good wedding. Look, we gave you a good wedding. Not mentioning that that wedding was required by the government and the royal family for tourism, and the royal family needed PR. And that's why they were outraged when Prince Harry and Meghan said they had a private ceremony on their backyard and exchanged vows. They were outraged, saying they were lying, when a deeply private moment between Meghan and Harry that they wanted to share, UK tabloids said, no, this didn't happen. It's like they were there with her 24 hours a day, following them around, knowing what Harry and Meghan are doing, because that's basically what UK tabloids wanted from Harry and Meghan. To get into their house, to look at what they're doing when Meghan changes a diaper, a baby's diapers. British tabloids wanted to be there, taking pictures as Meghan was changing her baby's diapers. That's the behavior of UK tabloids. They even had airplanes, helicopters, flying on top of Prince Harry and Meghan's home, to the point that they had to leave a place that they were staying previously. When Harry and Meghan even left the royal family and went to live in Canada, their location was leaked by members of the royal family to the Daily Mail. The Daily Mail, the biggest harasser of Prince Harry and Meghan. It loves to harass Prince Harry and Meghan. It harasses them everywhere. Even recently, they said they have paparazzi stationed outside Harry and Meghan's home, waiting to take a glimpse of Prince Harry and Meghan. By their own words, not mine, their own words. They said that a gutter paper, a racist tabloid, the Daily Mail, that has harassed Prince Harry and Meghan for 5 years, especially Meghan, that has incited hate towards Meghan for such a long time, to the point that Meghan really needs security. She never used to have security previously, but now, when she started dating Prince Harry, she needed the security because of what UK tabloids did to her. The constant, never-ending incitement of hate was abound to do something. And even Prince Harry and Meghan have said that the fact that they want to pay for their own private security in a place, an environment, the UK, whereby UK tabloids have constantly incited hate towards them, to the point that they need that security. So you can bet $1 million that Harry and Meghan are not coming to the UK without armed security. They need those armed security to protect them. And if they're not getting it, they are not coming. Now, this concept, this topic about abusers. Listen, abusers will always abuse you. And this time I'm talking about the firm and the UK tabloids and their alliance. Okay? They have this invincible contract going on between them, of the UK tabloids and the firm, as Harry said in the Oprah interview, that the firm and the UK tabloids have an invisible contract, and based on fear of what the UK tabloids turn on them, the royal family, the institution of the monarchy, will fall within a single day. It won't last even without UK tabloids. And I have to give props to the royal family, to be honest with you. I have to give some props to the royal family, because never in my life have I seen a more sophisticated, racist, but very much sophisticated bullies and sycophants for the royal family. What the machine that the royal family have created, as even Meghan said, that this is the machine that you've created. Is not ours. It was in place before we even arrived, as Meghan said in the Oprah interview. So the fact that you are going to deny my son Archie of security, the first mixed race member of the royal family, is, I know you don't care about me, I know you don't care about my son, but just give Prince Harry the security that he needs. As the sixth in line to the throne and a member of the royal family, he was born with these risks. And now that he has children, his children have also inherited the same risks. And it's even because the fact that Prince Harry and Meghan's children are mixed race. They've inherited even greater risks because of what UK tabloids have done to them in association with the farm. They have made it clear that they don't care about Prince Harry and Meghan. And Harry basically has to petition Home Office to receive security for his wife and son that he is willing to personally pay for. But yet they won't let him. Now, this is how abusers behave, okay? Especially when abusers have all the toys, the ammunitions, the power, the money. What do? They take away your security, first of all, so you can be afraid, so you can fear. And yes, Harry and Meghan were obviously afraid without a shadow of a doubt, especially when their information was leaked to a UK tabloid, the Daily Mail. They descended upon Canada, where Harry and Meghan were staying, to the point that Harry and Meghan had to seek refuge in Tyler Perry's home in California. And thank you so much, Tyler Perry. Thank you so much, Tyler Perry, for every single thing that you've done for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and that you continue to do for them up to now. Thank you so much. Tyler Perry is a good man. And I'm even currently watching a series called The Oval for Tyler Perry. I love the fact that his films are diverse. I love it. I love it completely. His plot, the drama. I love his movies. I love Tyler Perry's movies. I'm even looking forward to the next Madea film on Netflix. If you don't have a Netflix subscription, please subscribe to support Tyler Perry. He's a good man. I love the fact that he's a good man and that he helped the Sussexes, Prince Harry, Meghan, Archie. He gave them a home when the royal family, that calls them much loved members of the royal family, made sure Harry and Meghan didn't have any security, knowing the risk that Harry was born with, knowing the fact that Prince Harry's mother was chased to her death by UK tabloids. They still stripped them of their security because they wanted them to play ball and they wanted them to put their lives at risk. Even had comments from the so-called carnival of so-called experts that it was hoped that Prince Harry would come back alone. You have to be a monster to hope that a father would abandon his wife and child to come back to following who around, to come back to putting up with the royal rotter. They're angry because Harry and Meghan are not part of the contract anymore because they didn't want anything to do with them. UK tabloids went after them. But when you bully people, what do you expect? Do you expect someone who you bully to stay there? Do you honestly expect someone whom you've bullied, abused, harassed for 5 years, whose wife, while she was pregnant, while she was pregnant with their first child, while Meghan was pregnant with Archie, UK tabloids bullied her every single day, to the point that Prince Harry at one event was even seen in tears because of what his wife and child had gone through. They've smeared Meghan to the point that her father had to beg for the life of his wife and child. I pleaded with UK tabloids once as a boyfriend, once as a husband, and the other time as a father, but none of them listened. And then suddenly, when Harry and Meghan announced the decision that they were leaving the royal family, guess what? The abusers were angry. They were saying, no, these are superstars. These are superstars and they're leaving the royal family. Do you know the implications of all of this? Those were their words. They betrayed the queen. What have they done? When you bully people, they leave. And then the abusers, what did they do? Out of anger that Harry and Meghan were leaving the UK, after anger that Meghan wouldn't continue putting up with the abuse, or Meghan wouldn't just leave on her own, and that her husband loved his wife and child so much and took them to a different place in the United States of America, what did they do? They said, strip them of their security, taxpayer-funded security, knowing Harry was born into this risk. He inherited them. And when Harry and Meghan said, okay, we want to pay for our own security, they said, no, this is not how it works. When a few years ago, when they were chanting Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their taxpayer-funded security, they said Harry and Meghan should foot the bill on their own. But UK tabloids have selective amnesia, right? But I'm not going to exempt the farm because the farm is also a part of this. They're also a part of this. They're also the abusers alongside UK tabloids. Both of them work hand in hand. And who heads the farm? Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth heads the farm. And one thing that I was reading today is the fact that this story about, like Harry and Meghan when they were in the Australian tour, up to 15,000 people were waiting since 5 a.m. for Harry and Meghan to arrive so they could spot a glimpse of Harry and Meghan. At that time, they announced that Meghan was pregnant with their first child, Archie. Now, during that time, it was said that the fact that the Sussexes, people were waiting in lines never seen. Even from Queen Elizabeth, lines of that matter were never ever seen in Australia till Harry and Meghan got married and were pregnant with their first child. None of that was ever seen. The reception, the love, people even climbing trees just to see Prince Harry and Meghan, that was too much for the royal family. Things changed after that. Things changed. Same as Princess Diana, who said that when she was a guest in the royal family, she was treated very well. But after she got married, we know what happened. UK tabloids harassed her every single day as well, to the point she lost her life. But she said this, as a guest I was treated well. But after I got married to Charles, things changed for me. And Meghan was treated well as a guest, but not by UK tabloids. UK tabloids abused Meghan. Make no mistake about that. And even another member of the royal family, Princess Michael of Kent, wore a racist brooch during Meghan's first meeting in the royal family. So Meghan wasn't really welcomed, right? She wasn't really welcomed. And the fact that after they got married, the smear campaign, Meghan made Kate cry. The black woman made the white woman cry stories. It began. They began with that. Oh, the 5 a.m. emails began. We saw that these so-called people working at Kensington Palace, Prince William's personal employees, leaked to UK tabloids when Harry and Meghan were living at Kensington Palace, at an apartment at Kensington Palace, before they were chased out by Prince William and Kate Middleton because they couldn't stand seeing the popularity that Prince Harry and Meghan have received from the public, because they couldn't stand, they were so jealous of it. They couldn't stand it one bit, and Prince William also had to hide his alleged affairs with Rose Hanbury and the number of women that we don't even know of. Now, before that happened, we've seen what Harry and Meghan have experienced. They basically had to be chased out of Kensington Palace and given a servant's quarters, Frogmore Cottage, by the Queen. A servant's quarters that had to be renovated before they went in, and then they were even forced to pay for the renovations. Buckingham Palace is currently conducting a $500 million worth of renovations for Buckingham Palace. Who's going to tell the Queen to foot the bill herself? The Queen, who is worth billions and billions of dollars. Do you know the Queen is worth billions and billions of dollars? Yes, she is. She even has a law that basically bans her from telling people what her wealth is. And when someone does that, no, she has very, very much deep pockets. I mean, it helps when your face is on the national currency, right? As Queen Elizabeth's face is. Now, abusers want you to come back because they're not done abusing you. Because make no mistake about one thing, when Meghan and Harry immediately set foot in the UK, the abuse will begin, the harassment will begin. Perhaps that's the reason why Prince Harry and Meghan need that security. I think that's the number one most important reason, because Harry even said that while he was at the World Child Charity event, he was chased by photographers and he needs police protection. And he can't allow his wife and child to be chased by photographers. We know what they're capable of. I mean, look at what they did to Princess Diana. and with the hate that they've generated towards Meghan, that is of Sussex, obviously we know what their end game is. We know what their end goals are. Clearly, their main intention is to harm, is to cause harm. And we are not going to sit back, relax, and let them cause harm to Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan have a home at Frogmore Cottage. They're not going to stay with Charles. Do you remember that time when Meghan released a statement in court saying that the reason she wrote a letter to Thomas Markle was to save her husband from the constant berating? Think about that for a second. Let's talk about that for a second, for instance. Because UK tabloids have most recently started to paint Charles as, oh, he's a loving father and grandfather who wants to see Archie and Lilibet. The man who denied Archie and Lilibet the right to have security while paying for his mistress Camilla to have extra protection, but can't even pay for his son. A lousy father, a lousy husband. Yes, his name is Prince Charles. I think he should add a name, Prince Charles the Lousy, when he becomes king, because he's a lousy father, he's a lousy husband. Look at what he's done. So he's been doing PR saying he wants to meet Lilibet Diana, he wants to be a good grandfather. That's why I'm inviting Prince Harry to stay at Clarence's house. Prince Harry and Meghan have a home that they paid £2.4 million in renovation for. Frogmore Cottage, yes. And Meghan, in a court case, said that the reason she wrote a letter to Thomas Markle is to protect her husband from the constant berating from Charles. They seemingly don't understand. What don't they understand? The fact that Thomas Markle is receiving money from UK tabloids that the royal family works hand in hand to. The same royal family that told Meghan they would protect her, but they didn't. As Meghan said, the one thing that I regret is the fact that I believed them when they told me that they would protect me. I was wrong, but I will never ever make that mistake ever again. Meghan said that in the Oprah interview. So you know what? What I'm loving is the fact that things are just connecting themselves. Things connect themselves a lot. Whenever I talk, something comes up and it just connects itself. It connects itself. You know, perhaps that's why they're saying that they're writing these kinds of articles saying Meghan may not want to come back to the UK. Harry may come back alone. Meghan may not be okay with it. Because they know what they did. They know what they did to Meghan. And they know that Meghan is no fool. And no fool would ever believe that abusers will ever treat you well. Because abusers will never ever treat you well. Meghan said, the biggest mistake I made was that I thought they would that they would protect me, and they did not. That's what Meghan said in the Oprah interview. And these people already know, so-called carnival or so-called experts, the PR people for Prince Charles, Prince William, Kate Middleton, they know for certain that Meghan will never ever trust them ever again. They know that for sure. Because there's a saying that goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm sure that every single person is conversant with that phrase. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Because they're not going to fool Meghan a second time. Because Harry and Meghan, even if they do come to the UK, I do know one thing. UK tabloids will obviously want to get a picture of them. UK tabloids will obviously have photographers stationed close to their home in Frogmore Cottage trying to get a picture. Obviously, they will do that. Obviously, when they leave their house with their car in the UK, photographers will go after them. Obviously, you can expect that unless Harry and Meghan have police protection, then photographers may not be actually willing to risk being arrested chasing them. Now, that's the level of protection that Harry and Meghan are asking for, and they do need it. They do need it. And this is a really, really nice request from Prince Harry. But I don't think the royal family, with all the jealous William, Kate Middleton, who obviously are afraid of being upstaged by Prince Harry and Meghan like they are always upstaged by them. Even their own fans of Kate Middleton and Prince William, prefer to create hate accounts targeting Meghan rather than supporting fan accounts supporting Prince William and Kate Middleton. That's the level of derangement that we have that we've constantly faced and fight from Prince William and Kate Middleton's racist fans. And the reason they keep on saying, oh, Meghan may not be up to coming to the UK, because they know what they did to her. They know what they did to her. They almost drove her to contemplate committing suicide. And I know in my heart that Meghan isn't going to give them a second chance to do that again. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's the saying. That's the saying. And Meghan isn't about to give them a shot at doing it to her twice. You can be sure about that 1000%. So the people expecting this to happen, truly, you know Meghan is never ever going to let you do what you did to the UK, in the UK, to her. The targeted harassment, the racist comments towards her, taking pictures, then using it to abuse her. Oh, she closed her own car door. She's breached royal protocol. Meghan isn't going to give you a chance at that ever again. And that makes you angry. Angry. That's why you don't believe Meghan would ever set foot in the UK. Because you know what you did to her. Abusers want you back to control you, to abuse you, to continue their racism until they've finished and destroying you. When you flee a toxic environment, the biggest mistake you can ever make is look back at that toxic environment. And make no mistake about one thing, even if Harry and Meghan ever come back to the UK, Harry's mother is buried in the UK, so she might want to bring flowers to his mother's grave. Even if Harry and Meghan do come back, you can be sure about one thing. When Harry came at the World Child Charity Awards event, UK tabloids didn't get glimpses of him anywhere. Didn't. 1000%. And UK tabloids know Prince Harry does not like them one bit. They keep on lying to UK tabloids. Oh, it's Meghan's fault. It's Meghan's fault. Rather than blame themselves from their racism, from their harassment, from their bullying behavior towards Meghan, that is of Sussex. Rather than blame themselves, they choose to blame the mixed race woman they bully. Well, we're not going to have that. We're not going to stand that. People like Amanda deserve to be able to support the Duke and Duchess of Sussex without fear of intimidation, without fear of losing their jobs because a bunch of racists can't stand that a mixed race woman married a white prince of the UK and is happy with 2 children. People like Meghan should live in peace as they currently are without having to worry about being harassed by these so-called hate accounts who have nothing better to do than incite hate towards others for profit. And I hope that justice catches up to these hate accounts. And I hope the hate stops, because choose love. Choose love in this world, in a world full of hate. Please choose love. Love for one another. Love your loved ones. Choose love in a world full of hate. And here at Sussex Family TV, we choose love. We choose love. We always choose love. And as Harry and Meghan even said, love wins. Love wins. Harry said, whatever we do together, we'll do together as a team. And UK tabloids don't like seeing Harry and Meghan happy. They don't like it one bit. They want the scapegoat, Prince Harry, back to cover and follow William around. Because they don't like it when members of the royal family flee a toxic environment in the UK. They believe they should be punished when you flee a toxic environment. No one in this life should ever have to put up with bullying or abuse or fear, or live in fear. And I'm glad that Harry and Meghan chose not to live in fear. As Harry said, I don't fear them anymore. And make no mistake, I believe that 1000%. Yes, UK tabloids are dangerous. They are dangerous. The farm is also dangerous. But I'm sure, if there's one thing that I'm sure of, is that, and that I like, is the fact that Prince Harry and Meghan have chosen love. Love wins. Let us all aspire to choose love, not hate. And thank you to all those that have donated to Amanda. Thank you so much to every single person. Meghan left the UK. She left after constant bullying, negativity, and abuse from UK tabloids endorsed by members of the farm, the character assassination campaign towards Meghan. As Harry said, if you knew what I knew, you would do the same thing. They targeted his wife, and he said, enough is enough. He is a good man and a good father, and we thank him for protecting his family. He is an inspiration to us all, and we love and admire the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, a great father and truly a great husband. Prince Harry is truly Princess Diana's legacy. And no matter how much PR spins UK tabloids do for Kate Middleton, I mean, they can't even promote Kate Middleton without mentioning Meghan's name. Kate Middleton and Prince William always on vacations. Whenever they step out to cut ribbons, or they basically have to take a helicopter to a farm just to take a picture and call it work. Boy, for all those money that the royal family make, I wish I could do that kind of work. Just taking pictures, flying around in helicopters, cutting ribbons for the money that they make and they call work. The fact that the royal family calls work engagements is all you need to know. The royal family never really works. They never really work one bit. They don't work. What they do is not work. What they do is not duty. They don't do duty. They just continue living their lifestyles, rich, expensive lifestyle. Prince Edward lives in a home. There are so many rooms I can't even count. 120 rooms. But you know what UK tabloids choose to focus on? 2 non-taxpayer funded people who refuse to take tabloid abuse and fled the UK. Yes, that's what their priorities are. Instead of focusing on corruption in the Tory government in the UK, they choose to focus on putting Meghan on the front page because she closed her avocado, or she ate an avocado that caused floods. Apparently, that's a huge crime in the UK. That's what Meghan has been through. That's what Meghan has been. And I'm glad that she left a toxic environment. I'm glad that she valued her mental health. Abusers want Prince Harry back because they want him in a place where they much rather see Prince Harry drunk or smoking like he was in the past, rather than see him being a man who loves and protects his wife and son. They cannot stand it. They cannot stand it. Make no mistake about one thing. That's why one of them made a comment, Harry should come back alone without his wife and son. You have to be a monster to desire a husband to abandon his wife and child, to come back and do what? And do what? They said that he should come back and marry a dim, white, conservative blonde. But apparently, Meghan did not experience any racism. It's not about her skin color. That's what they like to say. Clearly, they're full of lies, and they cannot hide their racism towards Meghan. They've never been able to. And as the saying goes, I'll end this podcast by saying one thing. And this thing, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. As Meghan said, the one mistake I made was believing the royal family would protect me. I won't make that same mistake again. And you can be sure if they do come back to the UK, they'll only come back with police protection and not to join the royal family. Because once you flee from abuse, you never come back to abuse. And Harry and Meghan are never coming back to abuse, no matter how much UK tabloids tell lies to the royal sycophants. With so much love from Sussex Family TV. Thank you for joining in our podcast video. Thank you so much for all those that have donated to Amanda. The $9,580 after hate accounts went after her. Kate Middleton can't even be praised without UK tabloids mentioning Meghan or bullying Meghan. And that says more about Kate than you'll ever know. With so much love from Sussex Family TV, stay tuned to our next video and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for daily and consistent content. I hope you enjoyed our podcast today and I hope you learned a lot. Stay tuned to our next video and thank you for subscribing and liking our videos. Thank you so much.